bitter criticism. Saturday morning, not Saturday night, if you know what I mean. The misfit lyric, but and I don't know what to read. You know what is I have been watching a lot, and there's a lot of posts, a lot of content. There's a lot of content about science on Instagram, and because I have this interest in China and technology, I see a lot of pages, and some of these pages are not so reliable, but some of them there are, I guess. So this episode is just to read Instagram posts from science. Look. Oh, there's
Estación Bellavista.
So there's a page called Tech Explorer Zone, and says China's new brain spinal implant lets paralyzed people walk again in just 24 hours. Fantastic. So I don't know why, but I was watching a lot of babes, a lot of Instagram models, but now I'm watching now Instagram is showing me a lot of science. And there's a text too, and says, in a groundbreaking medical achievement, researchers at Fudan University in Shanghai have developed the world's first brain spinal implant that has helped paralyzed patients walk again. The procedure uses tiny electrode chips placed in both the brain and spinal cord to reconnect lost signals and activate dormant nerve pathways. Unlike traditional brain-computer interfaces, this system directly stimulates nerves and speeds up recovery. Four patients showed leg movement within 24 hours, with some walking within weeks. A 34-year-old man paralyzed after a fall began walking just 2 weeks post-surgery. This minimal invasive, fully Chinese developed technology marks a huge step forward in treating spinal cord injuries and bring new hope to millions worldwide. That's interesting because my mom have problems of leg problems too. She's not so young, but it will be great. There's another more science news. Look. Well, it's taking a while to open up this. What happened? Oh, there's a babe, a beautiful model, but anyway, it says science, how elephants evolved to beat cancer and how we could too. Science. Elephants possess one of nature's most powerful cancer defense systems. While humans carry one copy of the crucial TP53 tumor suppressor gene, elephants have evolved 20 copies, producing 40 times more cancer-fighting proteins in their cells. This genetic advance helps explain why elephants have remarkably low cancer rates, despite their massive size and long lifespans. According to Peto's paradox, larger animals with more cells should develop more cancer. But elephants defy this logic, with cancer mortality rates around 5% compared to humans, 25%. 25%. University of Utah researchers discovered the mechanism behind this protection. When elephant cells detect DNA damage, their abundant p53 proteins trigger immediate cell death rather than attempting repair. Laboratory studies show elephant cells undergo twice as much apoptosis as human cells when exposed to radiation, effectively eliminating potentially cancerous cells before they can multiply. These extra TP53 copies appeared millions of years ago as elephants developed larger body sizes, suggesting natural selection favored enhanced cancer protection in bigger animals. Researchers found that Asian and African elephants both carry these multiple gene copies, indicating the trait evolved before the species split. Scientists are now exploring therapeutic applications when researchers introduce elephant TP53 genes into human cancer cells in laboratory experiments. The cancer cells rapidly self-destructed. This research could lead to new treatments that harness evolution's own cancer-fighting strategies to protect human patients. The discovery represents a breakthrough in understanding how different species solve the challenge of cancer prevention through millions of years of evolutionary innovation. And that was. Next one. Next one. This is what's interesting. Entangled Tech. New device can turn moonlight into power at a rate of 35% faster than solar panels. What if solar panels could harness energy without direct sunlight? Meet Beta-Ray, a captivating glass sphere that looks straight out of a science fiction film, yet has the potential to revolutionize how we power our world. Designed by visionary German architect André Brossel, this futuristic
Estación Portales.
orb doesn't just capture sunlight, it also absorbs cloudy light, moonlight, and even ambient diffuse light, allowing it to generate energy, rain, or shine literally, whether the sky is overcast or the sun has set. Beta-Ray keeps working, seamlessly integrated into everyday life. Utilizing a groundbreaking spherical lens, Beta-Ray concentrates light upon 10,000 times and converts it into energy with 35% greater efficiency than conventional solar panels. Picture a luminous marble resting outside our home, quietly collecting energy all day and into the night, silently powering your world. This innovative technology has the potential to transform how we energize buildings, charge electric vehicles, heat water, and even run entire hotels. All of this wrapped in a sleek, futuristic design that looks like it belongs in the year 3025. What about the prehistoric post?
Respeta la alarma de cierre y colabora con un mejor viaje para todos.
Says, before trees exist, mushrooms ruled Earth and grew to 9 meters. Interesting, but I'm not going to read it. as I said, there's a lot, plenty of pages showing babes, of course, hot babes, Instagram models, but there's also a lot of science, like this one. Look. Chinese scientists make nuclear power breakthrough using abandoned US research. Interesting. For the first time, Chinese scientists have successfully refueled a nuclear reactor without shutting it down, a major step forward in clean energy. This breakthrough uses a molten salt reactor that runs on liquid thorium instead of uranium. The experiment took place in a secret facility in the Gobi Desert and marks a global first in thorium reactor tech. The lead scientist, Xu Hongyi, said this put China at the front of nuclear innovation. Thorium reactors were first explored in the US in the 1950s, but were later abandoned. China built on that early research and developed a working prototype. The reactor came online in June 2024 and can produce 2 megawatts of energy, enough to power 2,000 homes. These molten salt reactors are safer than traditional reactors. They can melt down and produce less nuclear waste. Thorium is also easier to mine. Well, I'm just will try to finish this. Thorium is uranium. They can melt down. Also easier to mine and more common than uranium. On top of that, China recently found huge thorium reserves that could last over 60,000 years. And this is the last paragraph. This is a key part of China's plan to become carbon neutral by 2060 and reduce its heavy reliance on fossil fuels. Oh, China is definitely very interesting. I'm going to keep trying to move there.